Boxing King Media in association with the Riyadh season. Mr. Alex Krassyuk, you've come out of hiding. I feel like you've disappeared for a long, long time. I think the last time we spoke was in Spain and you just vanished after that.
Well, it was not on purpose. I had some stuff to do, spend time with my kids, did some businesses out of boxing, and we didn't have much to say. We had the fight rescheduled, and both fighters went to respective training camps. What can we comment? So much was said before, so there was actually nothing more to add. Now it's high time to speak.
And I'm grateful that you've given me some of your time today. Before we talk about the reason we're here for, I'm just curious. Obviously, you work as a promoter yourself. You've seen His Excellency put this event on, another great hotel, great location, and not only that, they're now going international. They've just announced this event in Los Angeles. What do you make of that? And what do you think that does to the whole picture in boxing worldwide?
It shows strategic thinking. Turki al-Sheikh, as was his first impression that he made on us, that this man is not just doing boxing. No, he's expanding, he's conquering the world. For him, it looks like it's either everything or better nothing. Coming to United States, this is one step. Probably one more step has to be coming to the UK. These are two major destinations for boxing. Within last, I don't know, 20, 30, 50 years, it was like changing. The center was moving from one country to the other, but there are no more places where boxing is so well developed. Now we have the third destination for boxing and for global sports. This is Saudi Arabia, the king of Saudi Arabia, and these people made it happen.
Just out of curiosity, hypothetically speaking, if His Excellency never got involved in boxing, where do you think it will be sat today?
He's never been involved in boxing, but within last year, we've seen the dream fights. Fans' dreams came true. So how can we say that he's never been involved in boxing? He is now the boss of boxing. He is now #1 most influential man in boxing.
What number were you? I think I saw your name on that list.
I have no idea. It's somewhere in the end, probably wiping the bye-bye for 100 or I don't know, 200.
That's still a lot more than a lot of people in boxing. So, Alex, it's fight week, and I think the last time we spoke, I think you still had concerns whether this fight's going to go ahead or not, but we're less than 7 days away. You happy this is all going to go ahead, yeah? You confident?
I have the feeling that it's happening. Now, I have this over here. Your mind gives you some hesitation that, anything may happen, but now when you open Instagram, you go on Tyson's page, you see him fit, you see him in shape, and you see fire in his eyes. And that makes you feel confident. I think this fight is happening on Saturday night.
Good stuff. And with regards to his body that you just mentioned there, and I'm going to have to talk about that. He started putting pictures out. I think at the initial, when the fight was initially cancelled, he put some pictures out then. How do you compare the pictures he put out then to what we're seeing now? Do you see differences?
Face up. He's using face up. In Instagram, the application that girls use to make their face look better. No, come on. The guy is in great shape, hopefully. As we spoke before, we want Tyson to be in his best shape ever, in his best conditions, mental, physical, whatever, so that he cannot find any justifications for himself after he loses to Usyk. So this is the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world, happening for the first time in the history of boxing. And just to spoil this fight for someone being unfit, injured, like mentally disordered or whatever, doesn't look good. He has to be on his top. Usyk has to be on his top. And then we know who is the best man, who is the strongest, who is the toughest man in heavyweight division.
I remember asking a lot of people back then, who does it benefit more that the fight's now being delayed again? Obviously, some people said about, well, Fury's got that injury, may open up, but then people are saying he's had more time to be even better and even stronger. But then Alexander's had more time, whether he peaked or not. So you've got inside knowledge, is this like a 50-50 fight? Who's it benefited this delay?
This was not done on purpose. We all realize this. So whatever happens, happens for the reason. Of course, we would love to have this fight happening first in April 29th last year, then December 26th last year, then February 17th this year. But finally, at the end of the day, it's happening, inshallah, on May 18th, this upcoming Saturday. Who's benefiting? This is, if I knew the answer for this question, there would be no sense to watch the fight. That's the point. That's why we love boxing. Usyk spent 9 months in a training camp. Is he tired? Yes, he is. And this is okay. Because when the fighter is tired in a training camp, it means that he's done a great job. Will it influence his performance on the 18th? It will definitely influence. Because he spent so much time getting prepared for his opponent like nobody ever spent in a training camp. 3 camps for 1 fight. Can you imagine this? So he improved, he cut his diamond of skills so precisely that now he has absolutely zero hesitation about whether he, when the fighter's sitting in the locker room, he's analyzing. He's having a flashback of what he's done to be here, and did he deserve something that's gonna happen? And Usyk has absolutely zero hesitation because he overdone what normally has to be done, and that's why he's so relaxed. That's why he's so easy, smiling, and he's just doing what he loves to do. Benefit, I don't know, maybe Tyson has his benefit because after his poor performance with Ngannou, they took a very correct decision to postpone the fight. Otherwise there will be no fight at all and people will be disappointed throughout the world, and we have no right to disappoint the whole world with a fight because this is the most anticipated event, and it has to be performed like the top of the toppest events.
Indeed, it does. The last time Tyson and Usyk were together in a press conference, obviously it was a bit wild. The head-to-head, was quite, it was literally head-to-head. What do you think we'll get this week? What kind of, you will have studied Tyson in the past press conferences. How do you think he'll be this week?
I think even Tyson cannot answer you this question, how he's going to be this week. It's all a matter of what kind of energies will visit his soul and his heart when cameras switch on. Of course, you see, we are not irritating him. We are not trolling him. We are not putting any mental pressure on him. We just want him to be, like a very subtle substance to get in the best shape to the day of the fight, and then everything gonna happen. We don't want to spoil this event. That's why, he's unpredictable. I think even his wife doesn't know what's gonna happen this week. But whatever happens is something that attracts more attention. So the biggest thing that we need to tell to the world is that we love Tyson. We love him as the personality. We love him as the athlete. We love him as the family man, as a religious person. This is love and respect together. His team is tremendous. His people are so nice. We stay in touch because we are making this together. And as in Bible, the proverb of Solomon 21:31, it says that the horse is being prepared for the day of the fight, but the victory belongs to the Lord. Means so you do what you have to do, but at the end of the day, He is the one to decide who is the winner, and that's best you can do. That's the best strategy and attitude. So Tyson, we love Tyson for being how you call it, uh,
Unpredictable.
apotage. To perform apotage. So he is that kind of man. He can say something stupid or something emotional or whatever to dig deep in his opponent's head, which obviously doesn't work with Usyk and with Usyk team, and that makes this fight special for Tyson as well.
It definitely does. And the IBF situation, what is the latest on that in your understanding? Is whoever wins Saturday has to get, relinquish that belt straight away?
We haven't received the final resolution from IBF yet. Normally, it has to be as follows: after the fight, when the winner is declared, IBF will have to oblige the winner to face the mandatory challenger. If the champion withdraws to face the mandatory challenger, then he will be stripped and will proceed with his obligations, and the new fight will be announced. That happens normally, but we have to wait and see how things go this time.
And then with regards to the fight itself, there's two contrasting opinions. I want to see what you think to this. So I watched the debate between Carl Froch and Tony Bellew the other day, and Tony Bellew obviously has got experience of fighting Alexander. He said Alexander makes you feel tired, he makes you feel drained without actually doing anything. That's one of the best assets he's got, and he kind of has a viewpoint that Tyson Fury struggles with fighters on the back foot, and because of that, he thinks Usyk will win a lot of the early rounds, and then Tyson will be chasing a ghost in the later rounds. That's his words. Froch said that Usyk is too clever, too switched on. But the counter argument to that is, I think the second Wilder fight, Wilder fought on the back foot, and obviously we saw the result in that. So what do you think of that? Does that counter argument what them two have said?
I will probably agree with both of them and slightly disagree with both of them. So Usyk is not a front or back foot fighter. That's why we love him, because he's front and back foot fighter. He's the man who possesses probably the best footwork in heavyweight division. Footwork means using left and right and moving your body around the ring so fast and so unpredictable for your opponent that you cannot implement the strategy that was built up in your training camp. And this is something that exhausts your mind. When you are strong, when you have this advantage of height, of weight, you want to use it. But to use it, you have to land the punch. And if you try to land the punch and you miss, you have like -1, -2, -3, and then you accumulate the minus for a way bigger figure. At this point, you realize that you are in a position of being, disoriented, because your strategy does not work, and you have to change the strategy inside the fight. Tyson is an expert in this. He knows how to adjust himself. But at some point, that's what Tony Bellew says, Usyk exhausts you with moving. The speed he performs is the speed that the opponent should either accept or dismiss. And if you accept the speed of Usyk, you have to perform. So your conditioning, your stamina has to be on the top of the toppest levels. And if you are not 100 or 200% prepared conditionally, sooner or later you will decline. And this is the point where the advantage starts. Because on this level, we have two fighters, absolutely tremendous skills, experience, techniques, tactics, mind, heart. So I think conditioning will be the key in this fight. Usyk will eat his heart, will eat his soul, and then will eat his body and will knock the guy out.
That was a bit brutal there, that ending. Did you prepare that one? Or did that come naturally?
No, it comes naturally.
And then, the other big narrative is that everyone's saying Usyk is weak to the body, Tyson's going to go to the body, break him down. And I've been researching Usyk's background. So I think I worked out 371 fights, amateur and pro. And I found 3 videos of 3 punches in them all them years that he's been hit to the body. 2 of them, funnily enough, are in 2011. So when I speak to him, I'm going to ask him what was going on in 2011, because 2 out of the 3 times you've been hurt to the body were in the same year. So what do you think of that? Does that prove he has issues to the body? But the fact that it's nearly 400 fights, happened 3 times in 400 fights, is that like an over exaggeration by people?
If we make an experiment, we put a normal, physically healthy man, and we land a punch to his body and to his chin. Will he stand a punch landed to his chin? No way, he will fall down. Will he stand a punch to his body? More or less, yes. If the punch is landed properly, no one can take it. There is no one in the world, no man in the world who can take a punch, clean punch, from a fighter, from a heavyweight fighter to the chin. It's a mystery. You cannot.
Maybe you should ask him right now, seeing as he just walked in.
Exactly, yeah. We can ask him. If your body punch is different, so you can have punch to the liver, punch to the different side, punch to your heart, to soul place. So just to your abs here, or below the navel line. These are all different punches. And there are some strategies in boxing when fighters do jab to the heart area to break the breathing. Or sometimes they punch to shoulders to make people feel discomfort in the arms. Sometimes they punch the hips to reduce the movements. So these are dirty strategies in boxing. You cannot say that someone is weak for body punches because he was punched 2 or 3 times, and with in Dubois fight 21 times below the line, and he's weak. Everyone is weak if you punch him to that forbidden area. Of course it is. But speaking about Tyson and his strategy of body punches, that would not probably, if I was his trainer, I would not recommend him to look for a body punch for Usyk. With that advantage of height, that will be extremely dangerous. As soon as he opens for a low blow, he will get knocked out.
Okay, last thing I'm going to ask you, this whole AJ situation. I think it's kind of been put to bed. Just want to confirm, you as Usyk's promoter, 100% Alexander, whether win or lose, they're having the rematch. AJ's not going to be able to get in between a rematch fight.
Well, see, only Lord can give you 100% guarantee. What we can do, we can make everything possible to secure this fight. And in our practice, this everything possible is legal paperwork. Legal paperwork is done. Tyson Fury has signed the rematch clause. Alexander Usyk has signed the rematch clause. All the conditions are clear, all the conditions are confirmed, and it's signed, stamped, and sealed. So theoretically, we are having a rematch 100%, theoretically. Small flashback, we go to the past. Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko, no good. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, 3rd fight. Only arbitration had to push him to take it. Will there be, let's assume, The theoretically, the fight has to happen till the end of the year, the rematch. At some point, Tyson Fury finds himself injured. He extends it to the end of the year. Then he says, the rematch clause has expired, like it was with Wilder third fight. So now I have no obligations. Just we imagine it. So there is some kind of hesitation. But for me and for him, I don't think it should be a point, because initially it was a two-fight deal, and it makes sense for Tyson Fury to have the rematch, because after he loses in the first fight, it will be his last chance to stay on board.
Okay. This is the last question. One word answers. So you're not got any chance to
think?
yes, one word answers. The Matchroom versus Queensbury 5v5. I'm guessing you know all the fighters. You've seen them all fight. No, you don't know much about them.
No.
It might be pointless even asking you. Then in fact, I'll go through it.
Okay.
Hamza Shiraz, Ammo Williams,
Hamza,
Nick Ball, Raymond Ford,
no idea.
Wilder Zhang,
Zhang,
Willie Hutchinson, Craig Richards,
no idea.
Daniel Dubois, Hergovich.
Hergovich.
Okay, thank you very much. Any last words before I let you go?
We are the part of the history. You are the part of the history. Let's enjoy the momentum of the greatness. Tyson Fury fighting Alexander Usyk. Only one man wins. Only one man comes home with all belts. And the other, I will quote Tyson, will go home with a dick in his hand.
Thank you for that little line at the end. Alex Krassyuk, thank you, and all the best, and may the best man win.